Welcome to another review here on Ray Runner Does Music, where today we'll be taking a look at the newest release by Citizen. Now, I've heard scattered things over the years about about the band. I'm sorry, I'm set to review like 4 albums. This is the first one, so I'm already messing up. I've heard scattered things about Citizen. Some people say, oh, they're one of the best mid-tier emo bands, and other people say they're an alright indie rock band, which that in itself is a contradiction. But is any band really easy to pinpoint a fucking genre on nowadays? Because not really. I never found myself too enamored with the band, although I will admit I used to listen to Sleep quite often. Nothing too major like it come on my playlist and I'd be like, oh, that's cool, but they were never really a band that captured my attention in a way that I think needed to happen, as I knew I was missing something with the band, but at the same time I wasn't too concerned. But it's good sad person music for when you're browsing social media in the middle of the night. Disregarding that though, the early songs in their discography are rife with a certain uniqueness that many bands in the genre seem to lack, that being the indie rock emo scene, because you fall into cliches. And early on, Citizen didn't have an issue with this. Unfortunately, I listened to select songs from their catalog, YouTube's top tracks thing. And if you're on Xbox, you see that type of thing, so I went down here. Top tracks, and honestly, their earlier stuff definitely better than their later on stuff. And that's where this new album, As You Please, starts to suffer as well. Let's just say you're going to prefer Everyone Is Going to Heaven over As You Please, because on this new album we see a continuation of the trend of getting more formulaic and focus over time. But, well, the lyrics here, there's nothing really to be said that's anything special about them. You have songs like Medicine and Jet that show progression and careful attention to balancing with the lead singer's vocalization and structuring can do, which is something Citizen does very well. I'll give them that much. They have a good sense of structuring and keeping things along a steady path. But at the same time, the story they're trying to put across is too much. It's being forced more than it needs to be. It's like I'm having the band just all lined up with a tray with the album on each tray, and they're all trying to just shove the album in their face. Here, look at this thing I made. It's deep, it's something. Which is something that not only turns me off, but I imagine turns off a lot of people when it comes to music, especially this band. I pay special attention to the reliance and optimization of bass in songs and albums. This album is a great showcase of that. The bassist here is probably the best member of the band musically, which is something you don't hear often, and that's going to be one of the very few positives I give this album, really, at all in this. Ned's the lead singer. He can project it very well, and you can tell that his emotion is within the music. He's not just putting this out for the sake of putting the album out. The songs are there for a reason, with a mission, with a whole, like I said, reason. But let's keep the positive train rolling here, as I don't want to completely bash this album. Fever Days is a track on here where the momentum is perfect. The spectrum of music, it's really easy to, again, silence the cliches like I mentioned earlier, lyrically and musically. There's so many easy ways to make songs that will appeal to the audience you want. You put it out, you get the profit, move on to the next one. Songs like Fever Days and even Jet, going back to that one, they both managed to sort of be their own thing, almost separate from the actual album here, which is funny because I don't believe either one of those were actually lead singles or singles for the album. But they managed to stand on their own as good songs among, admittedly, as I keep saying, and I hate saying this because I try to give music a good try and such, admittedly a very weak album. Production-wise, though, that's another positive I'm going to give them, because production-wise, this album is mixed very well. But let's look into the cracks within the tracks. Tabs and tuning, everything follows enough of a path that it's erratic, but not quite Ocean's 8 Alaska erratic. It's more like those Beatles songs where all of a sudden things just sort of pick up out of nowhere. You have no idea what's going on, and that's essentially half of the As You Please album. There's fervor there, there's emotion and a rush, but that rush is too much. It's not going a straight line, it's going from here and there. And that's honestly more of a prevalent theme than the actual story I feel they're trying to get across here is they're just rushing bits at you. It's not a fast album by any means. Each track goes for a fair length. I believe there's no track on this album that goes below 3 minutes. But yeah, unfortunately with rushing they could not get across that every song is different. We have Jet, Medicine, and Fever Days as I mentioned before, but then you listen to songs like In the Middle of It All and Ugly Luck, and it feels like either slowed down, reversed, or just different types and versions of the other songs here. And honestly, this makes me sad because Citizen, I always hear these great things about them. I always hear, oh, you gotta check this out. You're gonna love this. It's gonna be the best thing you've heard all day. And honestly, it makes me want to not listen to them anymore, but at the same time, it makes me want to look further into their discography to see if this is really all they can offer. Because I'm left disappointed here. There's nothing really new that they're doing to separate themselves from other bands in the scene. But hey, this is the first album I listened to them, and of course, the first album I'm reviewing by them, so maybe I'm wrong, maybe there's more to be seen here, this was just a bad album. I might just be insane and not banning an album for no reason, it's actually really good. But, I don't know, I saw this album in alternative press posts, pages like Rock Sound and just other indie music pages trying to promote it and get hype for it, and honestly, I feel like here there's nothing really to be said besides it was a disappointment. Like, I'm sorry, because I try to. There's one more positive on this. The last positive and the last point I'm going to make for this album before I hit the stop button. There's potential for this to grow better with age. Sometimes you can listen to an album, you can tell this is too fresh, you don't like it, you gotta give it some time to like foster itself and nurture itself all through time. I feel like this is one of those albums. I feel like if I give it enough time, maybe a month, hell, maybe a couple years, who knows, this album could get better to me, I could enjoy it more, but for now, I'm just not a big fan of it, sorry. I'm going to be giving this album a 6.4 out of 10, all full album releases. That is like 10s on to more gets out of 10 system, so I'll try to leave some links down in the description, or hopefully if the YouTube algorithm's working out. Over here you actually have Citizen songs, the actual album. But yeah, honestly, one of the bigger disappointments I've had this year, and trust me, there have been a lot of disappointments. Review for a video coming up later in the year, but yeah, that's all I gotta say about the album. So, thank you for watching. Like I said, support the actual artist, whether it's a good album or a bad album, always support the original artist, whether that be through iTunes, Spotify, or whatever. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next review. As I said, I'm about to record like 5 of them, so yeah, catch you later.